Hi everyone, my name is Maria Scott. I used to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator about 3 years ago. I do have a channel that is still out there from 3 years ago that's called SweetSerenityStamping.com. It has all my videos out there. There's quite a few, so if you get a chance, take a look at that. I am hoping to be able to keep that same channel so I can continue what I'm doing right now. Excuse me guys, my allergies are terrible today. And so I gave up this hobby for about 3 years, and I'm really upset that I did that because I miss it, so I'm coming back to it. And in the meantime, when I stopped making the videos here of my paper crafting, I went to a different, way different craft, and that is reborning babies. I am a reborn artist. I take vinyl babies, vinyl pieces of babies, head, limbs, legs. I make them into real life looking babies by painting them and putting them in the oven and painting in the oven and painting in the oven and so forth. So that is what I have been doing the last several years, and I love doing that. I love making babies. I have an Etsy shop. I do sell out there my babies, and I have a YouTube channel called Bella Bean Reborns. If you want to take a look at that YouTube channel, you can, and it shows you a little bit of what I used to do. But don't forget to also take a look at Sweet Serenity Stamping on YouTube, and you can see all of my previous videos that I have done in the past. And now I am continuing to go forward. It's been quite a while. Like I said, 3 years since I've done this, so I'm a little rusty on my measurements. They are correct measurements. I'm just trying to figure out my 8ths to my 16ths to, you know, the 3/4 and a half things I've got down, but I'm doing my 8ths and my 16ths, and, you know, I'm having to get familiarized with that again, and I am doing that. And today I thought I would start out with something very simple. Doesn't take much to do. I did make these two. These are the sticky notepad holders. I'm sure you have seen them all over YouTube, but I decided to do something a little different and take my take on one of these because I think this would help me a lot in keeping my notes and keeping my, just my measurements and stuff, just to keep me on track of things that I need to remember. So these are the two that I made. These are both, I am assuming, I don't know for sure, don't quote me on this, but I think that these are retired papers from Stampin' Up! I know this one here is Blackberry Bliss. I'm not sure if they still have this color. This one here is something artichoke. It's been a while, guys. Always Artichoke, I believe, is what this one here is. And yes, I did put some wild kind of neon paper in there because I am having trouble finding the thicker packets like this in this color here. I am only finding the real thin ones like this. So if anybody knows where to find the thicker ones like this in this color here, please let me know in the comments section because I can't find them. I've been to Staples, I've been to Walmart, I've been everywhere trying to find the thicker type like this because you see these are really thin. So I bought these, but then I realized that they come 3 in a packet. And these are really thin. So when you look at these, you go from this to this, there's an issue. So what I did is I took 2 of these and taped them together, which made this bigger one here, and that worked out. So now I'm left with 1, so I really need to go out and buy another packet so I can make, with the other 3, I can make 2 more projects. So I need to go out and get another one of these. So if anybody knows where you can find the bigger packets of this color, please let me know in the comment section. I would so appreciate it. So guys, let's get going on this. I don't want to keep you waiting. This is what I have made. We're doing the exact same thing except for different colors. Now I know this is also, this was my favorite patterned or DSP when I was with Stampin' Up. So you'll see some retired colors that are not and could be still usable. I don't know if they're still available. So, you know, go to your local craft store, pick out some papers and kind of replicate what I'm doing. You can find the stamp here that I found. It is a Martha Stewart clear stamps. It's a set of all butterflies. I am using this blue one here today. It's rather small, fits perfectly in that circle. And this still may be available too, guys. I don't know. Best thing to do is check on Amazon. If not, go to your local craft stores and find you a butterfly that will, you know, accommodate this little circle here. So this is the paper as I was discussing. If I turn it around, it is called the Printed Blooms. And I just love it. I love this paper so much. So all these projects here are with the Paper Blooms designer series paper from Stampin' Up. Like I said, probably most likely retired. But let's go on. I'm hoping I'm not forgetting anything, but I will leave these here where you can see them. I also will show you what I have going on here. So I have two little circles. I have a Whisper White, and I am going to call this Island Indigo. I'm not sure it's Island Indigo. It could be, I mean, gosh, there's so many pool parties. It could be, I don't know, guys. It's just a blue. Just get you a blue if you want to kind of follow me. And then this is Whisper White. And, of course, I still have my framelits. And you guys can go out and purchase any kind of framelits you want and still do these two circles. I mean, they have tons. Or you can get Punches that does this. So don't worry. You'll still be able to do all this stuff. So if you have the framelits, I use the 4, and 3 of the inside. So number 3 and 4, the inside, 4 and 3. And that's what made my circles. And while I have this white circle out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp it. I still have some Island Indigo. Hopefully it's okay. I'm sure these are getting a little bit dried out after 3 years. Let's see if it has any moisture to it. And here's that butterfly that I got from Martha Stewart. I'm going to take it and see if I can get a little bit of an image with this blue. Try to put it somewhat in the middle. And oh my gosh, look at that. Gorgeous, guys. It's beautiful. I love this color. This color is amazing. And I also took a little dauber. I have a little dauber here. I always stick him on my finger. And I'm going to dip in here and I'm going to go around because I like the way it looks when there's a little bit of added color around a Whisper White cardstock. I just like the way it looks. I like it. It kind of makes it a little bit more bolder. And you will be able to see a little bit better with that blue. So I'm going to set this here. I'm going to let it dry. We're going to close up this ink. And like I said, a little bit, and I get ink all over myself. I never used to do that. But, you know, down the years, it's been a while. So now that we have this stuff, I'm going to let it dry. And of course, this circle will be attached to that. So we're going to put it on the side. So we are starting with a, let's see, let me check this out once again. I want to make sure this is right. Anyway, this paper piece of cardstock is 7 3/8 long, 3 1/4 inch wide. So you can see here, I'm not sure if I have the correct measurements on this, and if not, I'm going to recut me another piece. If I can find another piece, I will recut it. So if you can see that there is 3 score marks. Okay, this score mark here is on the 3 and the long side, 3 1/8, 3 1/2, 3 7/8. Okay, so those are your score marks. That's basically all the score marks that we have. So what I want you to do with this piece of paper, okay, with this cardstock, is in the middle, take your middle score line, and I want you to fold it. This is just the middle. And as you can see, one side is a little bit longer than the other. That's okay. Okay. that's not an issue. So just fold it over. That will come out at the end. Everything will be good. So you're folding the middle score line, okay? And then you're going to take your scissors, and I don't go quite halfway. I go a little bit over, a little bit more to the left, and then I take it down here. This is nowhere, you know, it's not middle. If you can see this score line here, it's not quite the middle. But give yourself about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. You know, that is where your pen holder is going to be. So you will now go ahead and finish scoring. You will take those score lines and you'll give them a varnish. Just crease them very well. This paper is very thick. Very thick cardstock. That's one thing I liked about Stampin' Up! Is their cardstock was amazing. So now what you're going to do is you have this kind of a thing. So there's your cuts. If you can see, there's your cuts. You want to make sure that cut gets taken out, and the middle one that you see coming over like a mountain fold, you want to push that in. So push this in, okay, push it in, and the middle pops out. Okay, so I'm kind of doing this like weird, but this goes in, this comes out, okay? Can you see that? Can you see what's happening? I'm pushing this in, the middle score is going in, making a valley fold. The two other score marks are making a mountain fold, and this little piece here now becomes your pen holder. Okay, so now you have a cute little, you know, give them a little crease here and there, because like I said, this paper here is very thick. Okay, so that's what we have. Okay, so now we are going to open it up, and on this side, okay, the longer side, here's that, this is the longer side, okay, go on that side, and you are going to put some score tape, red line tape, Tombow, whatever you use as far as glue. Make sure it's strong because you want it to stay. I am going to take some, let me see if I can find it. I'm going to take some score tape, and I'm going to put it on that. This is just 1/4 of an inch score tape. Nothing really, nothing big, because our lines are about 1/4 of an inch. So, okay, so now we have what looks like this. This goes in, this is out, okay? We are going to take the tape off. Hopefully we can get the tape off. It's been a hot minute, okay, since make sure you do kind of like a little varnish on this tape, because I don't know if it's my tape, you know, like I said, guys, it hasn't been used in 3 years. It could be a little bit weird. That's not, but it came off fairly well. So we're going to make sure that's pushed in, okay, and these two come down. And you want to, okay, you want to push it down so it sticks, or you can push it down this way, however you feel comfortable doing. And we have what we call this. So as far as this point goes, this is what it should be, and that's the section we just taped down. So now I want to put my sticky, excuse me, my sticky notes in. Sorry, my allergies are killing me. I live in Texas and I have year-round allergies, and it really is not good. So I took my thicker one. This is the bluer, kind of more brighter, and it's going to lay right here. Okay, but I went ahead and I put some score tape on the back of this because we need to keep it, you know, stuck to this part here. And you kind of want to leave like 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. So this could, you know, you have to eyeball it a little bit, guys. You know, if it's not perfect, it's okay. It's still going to work. Just try to see if you can get it at least the 1/8 of an inch around. And excuse me if I get my head in the way. I'm going to push this down a little bit so I can see. And I can make sure that I am doing okay. Like I said, I am one of those people that like things perfect, and it doesn't always work that way. So, like I said, did it get perfect? No. I could have come a little bit closer in this way, but I wanted to make sure my book shut fine. And that's all good if it's not perfect, guys. Crafting isn't perfect. We're fine. So, there is my pad of paper. So now this is the front cover, and you want to take the designer series paper, okay, because that's gonna go on top of this paper here. And of course I should have cut it a different color, because what is the point of having what is the point of having blue on blue? That doesn't quite work. That doesn't quite work right. So let me see. I don't know what I was thinking when I went ahead and did that in blue. So guys, I am going to, oops, excuse me, I am going to get another piece of paper that would work a little bit better. Maybe some, I don't know, some Whisper White, or, yeah, let's try Whisper White or this plum color. Let me see, guys. I'll be right back. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. Well, okay, we're going to go with some Whisper White, guys. We're going to go with some Whisper White. Everything was going too well for me. I don't know what happened. I was doing so good and I cut it wrong. So that doesn't help. But we will make sure that it gets cut the right color, guys. So don't do what I say, do what you do. So don't forget, this cardstock is 2 7/8. So let's make it 2 7/8. Okay, by 2 7/8. This is a square piece. And like I said, even my measurements are like, what's 2 7/8? It's been, like I said, been a while, guys. So that's all we need for that. So this piece will go on top of here, like so. And then this piece will go on top of this. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and give this some tape. It doesn't matter if you use one of your, you know, any kind of tape right here will work. I don't think you really need to use anything really super strong. This will stick. You know, use your tape rollers, use whatever you want to use. You can use Tombow if you want to use Tombow. That's good too. So I'm trying to get this a little bit centered. Okay. And then we want the designer series paper on next. Let's put that on. I did these 2 projects and I thought I need to do another one. I was just basically practicing because I wanted to make sure I was doing something right. It wasn't telling you anything different. You know, I wanted to make sure everything was correct when I gave it to you. And so I was practicing before I did this one. But, oh, I'm loving this color, though. I will tell you what, this color is beautiful. Like I said, one of my favorite pattern papers. And it's just, I don't know, the whole color, this color blue is like amazing. So the next thing you want to do is you can do it either 2 ways. On this one here, I put the dimensionals underneath the white, if you can see it. And this one here, I put the dimensionals underneath the green, if you can see that. And I like it underneath the green part better, so I am going to give my little butterfly. Okay, I'm going to put my butterfly on here and center it up. If I can get it to come over here. We are going to get it centered on this. Okay, and then I am going to get some dimensionals, something sticky, probably my tape. So I have my dimensionals, and believe it or not, I still have Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, but there are dimensionals everywhere in your craft stores. You can get them anywhere. You know, dimensionals are dimensionals. You use whatever you want. But I'm just going to use my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals because they're handy, and they are right here. And I do have a sister, by the way. Her name is Angela Pyges, who is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, if you want to go check her out. StampingWithAmore.com. She is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and does have Stampin' Up! Products for you to buy if you like, or if you like what I'm doing. She don't have the retired stuff, but she's got a lot of the new stuff. So you may want to go check her out. And I got a little bit of glue right there, but it's not a huge deal. I will wipe that off afterwards. But check her out, guys. She has some fantastic projects out there. My sister is very, very talented, and she does some amazing projects. She loves doing 3D projects like this. She does some cards, things like that. But go check her out. So it's stampingwiththemore.com, and she also has a YouTube. She has a website. She has all that good stuff. And so, oh, by the way, these are the pens that I got. They're from Papermate. They're Inkjoy Mini Ballpoint. These are a little bit, I'm going to use this blue because, sorry, that's my watch going off. I think this blue matches pretty good with this, so this is where your pen would go, guys. Okay. So there is that project done, and I love it. Now, there are other pens I want to mention that are smaller than this one. I like the style, the size, because it's easier to handle. I like it. It's easier in your hand. They do have ones that are probably about that big, that match this perfectly, or they could be about like that, you know, from here down. I prefer this pen. I really do. I like it better because I can handle my pen better. When instead of being too small, I can handle it better. So anyways, guys, these are the 3 projects that I did. 2 on at home, just playing around, and this is the one I did for you. And that blue looks pretty with this. This one, I think, I don't know. I love them all. I just love butterflies. I'm going to have more than enough sticky notepads to write down all my measurements and everything. So anyways, guys, don't forget to check out my Sweet Serenity Stamping .com or Sweet Serenity Stamping on the YouTube channel. Bella Bean Reborns on YouTube. You can see, like I said, see my other projects and what I do and what I collect, because I do collect babies. I do collect vinyls and silicones, so you can check that out too. You might find it interesting. So go check it out. And then check out my Sweet Serenity Stamping, and you can see all of my videos out there. So guys, I just want to thank you so much for spending some time to me. I really enjoyed doing this. I had so much fun. Please subscribe, like it, you know, hit the notification bell to make sure that you see all of my up-and-coming videos and you won't miss one of them. But make sure you hit that, make sure that button is gray, because if it's not, then you're not hit and you won't not know what's coming up next. And you don't want to miss out. So keep an eye on my videos. I love you all, guys. Take care. See you on my next video. Bye.